At about 11 o'clock last night, our officers responded to 974 Mann Avenue for a report of a shooting. On arrival, they find a victim who was critically wounded. That person was taken to Rhode Island Hospital where he was later pronounced. I'll tell you, I just want to commend the work of the Providence Police Department officers who responded to the scene and immediately were able to gather evidence, witnesses, and a description of the vehicle. Detectives took it over and picked it up right after that. And the use of technology was critical in being able to provide that to other municipalities, including the Rhode Island State Police, who ended up stopping the vehicle, making an apprehension, and at this point, the person is in custody. So I'll turn it over to Major Lapatin, and so he can provide more details about the incident.
Thanks, Major.
Thank you. So last night, about 11 p.m., got a call I believe it was 974 Manton Avenue, report of a shooting. Officers and detectives arrived on scene. One male, critically wounded, taken by rescue to Rhode Island Hospital. There he was pronounced dead. So what our investigation showed was that there was a Mother's Day cookout at the house prior to. One, we understand that they hold every year. Our victim, I believe it was the victim's fiance's family, and the suspect, either his wife or girlfriend's family. Now, how the victim and the suspect's wife and fiance related, we don't know yet. And the suspect brought a friend to that party who was not a relation to anyone. At some point during the party, the suspect's friend was in an argument with someone. The victim went to the suspect and basically told him, hey, your friend's causing problems, he doesn't belong here. The suspect took it, the wrong way, and an argument started. It picked up later in the night, and I guess as the suspect was leaving, more words were exchanged. The suspect then pulled a gun, fired a couple of times in the air, and then struck the victim with one deadly shot. His family was waiting in the van to go home in front of the house and really didn't know what happened. He got into the van, dropped his friend off somewhere on Apples Avenue, and then continued on to a motel that they were staying at, which was somewhere near a motel in Connecticut. In the meantime, detectives worked quickly. We had a description of the vehicle, and we had a plate. It was a North Carolina plate. Detective Harrison Northrop at the station ran it through our flock system, and we picked the vehicle up at Dean Route 6. We were able to get a plate, a direction. It was immediately broadcast out to all the departments and state police, and one state police cruiser observed it on the highway, followed it, and I believe it was taken down near Route 4 after he had backup. The suspect was brought in. All the other members in the vehicle were also brought in for statements, and he was charged with first-degree murder. His name is Luis Sepulveda. We'll give it to you after. Okay. And he also is known as Antonio Rojas, R-I-O-S. We believe he had 5 bench warrants out for him in North Carolina, where he's living under the name of Rojas. And he is in our system and has been since 1996. No warrants, but just prior arrests.
Sorry, how old was he?
51.
51. And I'm sorry, Rojas was spelled?
R-I-O-S.
Oh, Rios.
Rios.
What was his first name?
Well, this is his,
Well, it's
this is his alias.
You're
Antonio
Sepulveda.
Sepulveda, Luis Sepulveda is his name.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And do you know where he's from?
Well, I think it's originally from Rhode Island
Yeah.
in Providence, and then they moved out to, he moved
North
out to North Carolina.
Okay.
What's victim's name?
We'll give that after. We are not completely sure that all his family members have been notified, so we're gonna hold on to that name for now, okay?
Say how old or
44. 44 years old.
44? Quite a Mother's Day.
Right. So, gun recovered, suspect recovered. Sadly, the night ended in tragedy. We were able to get the suspect arrested, and that's about all. Okay.
Is that
Mary,
it?
you want to add something, or?
Yeah.
Let me just scoot this over here.
I wanted to start by offering the city's condolences to the family of the deceased, but also to applaud the hard work of the Providence Police Department. This was excellent, an excellent response. It was a fast response. It was good detective work. It employed the use of technology that we are pleased to have at our disposal here in Providence, and we appreciate the partnership of other responding law enforcement agencies, specifically the state police. It's probably no comfort to the family, but to be able to have a suspect in custody so quickly after the violence is hopefully some small comfort to the loss. But again, I want to thank the hard work of the Providence Police Department, who every day are making sure that our city is safe, and so that parties like this don't have the incidents of violence. No amount of violence is acceptable, but at least in this instance we were able to bring a suspect into custody so quickly, and now hope that justice will come through the proceedings in the court system in the days to come.
How many
Fifth
homicides so far
homicide.
this year? 5? How many at this point last year?
I'm not sure.
I can let you know.
What do you
We
make
had
of that,
4 in
Mayor?
April.
The fact that there's been
4 in April. 4.
5 homicides so far this year.
It's 5 too many, and we are going to continue to work hard to reduce that to 0. It's impossible to ignore the involvement of a gun in this and every other incident where I don't know exactly what happened at this party, but had there not been a firearm involved, it might have ended up in a fight or something else that wasn't lethal. And so in addition to continuing to support the extreme professionalism of the Providence Police Department, we're also going to continue to work hard to both take illegal guns off of our streets and make it harder to get a gun in the first place, because that's the difference between a fist fight and a murder.
Was it a ghost gun?
We don't know yet.
You don't know.
Colonel, is this the first instance of a catch utilizing the flock system? Or a catch of this kind?
So-
using flock?
I'll tell you, the system has been extremely helpful to detectives in their work, and we have been able to clear several incidents involving the flock system. So I'll tell you that it has been very useful. I don't know if you want to add to that, Dave, but I think that's what.
Yeah, so it's not only, even though in a lot of cases it doesn't completely clear it, there's a lot of work also to be done. It is an extremely valuable tool that we have been using constantly since we got it, and it's used basically just for situations like this. It's only in matters of extreme importance, and so we respect what we have, and we value it, and we don't abuse it, and it's been a wonderful acquisition for us, and it keeps the city safer. It really does.
Major, from your standpoint, as far as 5 homicides so far this year, tell us about that.
So, like the mayor said, our goal is 0 homicides. We can't say, we had 1 and celebrate it because one person lost their life. We just can't, no matter how low we keep it. So, we've had 5 homicides, and to us, that's a big number. It's probably on track as we did last year. So we have to work harder in our prevention, and which we're doing, and hopefully we can bring that down.
And to have a Mother's Day celebration devolve into this.
Well, yes, I mean, look, we can't pick and choose the places it happens when people gather, and, you know, sometimes there's alcohol, or, you know, things happen. Things are known all over the world to happen at celebrations. It's, you know, it's a sad thing, but, you know, it's something we have to deal with.
Do you know, was it like an insult of some kind? That touched
Like I
this
said,
home?
yeah, like I said before, it was something with the friend who was, you know, did something, and the family didn't like it, so it ballooned into that. So,
The friend is a male?
yes.
All right, you guys good? There you go,
Nice.
thank you.
Colonel, you want to add anything?
I definitely echo the sentiments of the major and the mayor, as far as how, you know, our condolences go out to the family and friends. It's unfortunate that on such a beautiful day that many families around the nation and even in the city of Providence celebrate, our family now has to grieve the loss of a loved one, and it's sad. So that's definitely something I wanted to add.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank